So this is a 2013 Prius AC compressor. So this is an electric compressor, and one of the common issues on this compressor is this plug here. It sits upward, so if anything moisture comes in, it gets trapped in this, and basically these pins in here get destroyed. And it's common, like when you do a head gasket, like coolant can fall into this and also damage this part and the harness. So one of the things that I'm going to try is, some people say, when they just need to replace this part, you can just remove it, which I don't think you can. This part's connected inside to a circuit board inside this, so if you unscrew this, it's still not going to come out. So another way of doing this, from what I've been told after doing a lot of research, is you can remove this whole assembly up here, this whole top assembly. So this screw here, this screw here, and this screw here, and then this whole piece should just lift off. I've been told that it doesn't remove the Freon in this system, so it doesn't discharge the Freon. So I'm gonna find that out and see if it works. So this bolt that Toyota uses is an E10 head. It's strange. You need a special socket for it. So this is the E10. So this is what it looks like, taking it apart. It's pretty stuck on there. Looks like it has some type of like thermal paste on here. So it has a seal on it, so hopefully it stays pretty clean. This one's really dirty, so good thing I'm not reusing that as far as I'm aware right now. So alright, with the air compressor disconnected, there's a bolt here and two at the bottom. You disconnect it, and now I'm able to move it a little bit out of the way, away from the car. So you see the bolt you can access right there. You can't access that when it's hooked to the car. So right now the lines are still attached right here under my hand. This line is still attached, and the other one at the bottom, so it's still holding charge. So I'm going to do my best not to poke any holes in anything and ruin the charge. So now I got to disconnect that little screw right there, and then there's another one on the other side that I'm trying to get to. You can't see it right now, but it's going to be tricky to get to, but once those are out, I could take that part off. Alright guys, well here's the part I took off of the car. The problem that I had is, you see in there, the farthest pin on this side, at the bottom, you can't really tell, but it's kinked. I got coolant in here, and then we tried to clean it out when we were doing a head gasket. Ended up bending that far pin downward, so when we put the harness on it, pancaked that the far pin, and for whatever reason, after straightening it out, it never quite fixed it. You could see the damage to it right there. See how it has like an end? So I couldn't get that pin to straighten out all the way, so I was hoping I can fix this connector. But as you can see, it's connected to the board right here. I don't see any damage to the board on this end, and there's no way to remove it, and maybe unless you unsolder these connections, which I don't want to deal with. So I bought a used compressor off of eBay for 60 bucks and took this part off of it. It's right here. Anyways, replacing this did fix my problem in the car. So that's awesome news. We've been having no air conditioning for a while. Also, when we did this problem, we filled this with coolant and hooked up the pin. It ended up blowing the fuse in the inverter, or the air conditioner fuse. So I had to replace that too before. And when that fuse was blown, it was saying, do you remember what it was saying? It was saying like hybrid system fault or something like that. And it's a very scary code on your dashboard that makes it seem like your batteries failed, but it's just in my case, it was just the fuse in the inverter. Be very careful when working on cars with high voltage. Obviously, this line is very dangerous when it's powered, so make sure you always disconnect the back. There's a orange connector in the back to disconnect the voltage from the battery to the car. Always disconnect that when working on a hybrid vehicle. Also, I disconnected the small battery in the car as well. So just a heads up, guys. This did fix my problem that I was having with no AC cooling. So this was the culprit, which I caused myself by damaging that pin and trying to fix it. And you know, I had no success fixing it with just messing with that. So I just replaced this whole unit, and now the car's blowing cold air again. Thank God.